HOA Karen versus military family. Federal justice served. Think about it. You're overseas serving your nation, and at home, your family is under attack not by burglars, but by an HOA president from a suburban neighborhood. She's violating laws, harassing military families, and even attempting to steal federal property. So, what do you do? This is the tale of how one suburban bully believed she could be HOA queen and how federal law, neighborhood bravery, and one bold sister flipped the script. It all began with my Jeep. But this was not just any vehicle, it was federal law enforcement property. Property of the United States government! Bethany Kensington Wright, HOA president, readily submitted a complaint to Base Commanda. Little did she know, she had awakened federal scrutiny. While that, my sister Maya began sifting through Grandma's archived HOA records. Hidden within a pile of 2019 meeting minutes, she discovered a letter. Bethany had been busily campaigning against military families relocating to Willowbrook. Translation: she had been attempting to exclude military families for years. It wasn't random harassment. This was systematic discrimination with political support. Military families were targeted systematically, all to keep Carl's Heened condo development deals alive. Every cooked-up violation, every intimidation strategy, Maya recorded them all, constructing a federal discrimination case inadvertently. Bethany didn't limit herself to letters. She broke onto my land 17 times over 3 days, taking pictures of my Jeep federal property. My task force commander, Captain Sarah Chun, was flabbergasted. Rodriguez, how quickly would you like me to complicate this woman's life? Bethany's security officers escalated, saying my car was threatening. Maya's measured, soothing recordings picked up admissions of unauthorized monitoring, potential spying. Every step Bethany took, from snapping the interior of the Jeep to coordinating with security personnel, became evidence in a swelling federal case. Bethany's harassment escalated to personal combat. She trapped Maya, asserting my military service posed community threats. She even tried bribery, paying $50,000 to Maya to exit. Maya's quick thinking recorded it all on camera. Bethany's intimidation efforts, private security, false report, surveillance, solicited federal responses. Federal licensing inquiries silenced her muscle. Desperation on her part left a paper trail. Obstruction, harassment, and fraud. And the neighbors began to see the truth. When I got back home, Maya had converted our grandmother's kitchen into a war room. Proof exposed organized HOA corruption, altered infractions, theft of $184,000, elder abuse to grandma, and an organized scheme to displace military families for financial gain. Carl's development deals, Bethany's fake citations, and constructed community regulations were all recorded. The HOA was a criminal enterprise. Through federal civil rights, RICO, and elder abuse laws, we knew we were handling organized crime masquerading as governance within the community. Maya became a master strategist, organizing federal agents, veteran networks, and neighbors. Secret cameras, secure communication, and house-to-house petitioning built a strong barricade. In just 72 hours, signatures from 67% of the residents called for Bethany's immediate eviction. Media coverage went viral. Congressional officials called for briefings. Insurance fraud, civil rights abuses, and embezzlement of funds were all documented and available for prosecution. Maya became interim HOA president, freezing all accounts and turning the tables on the corrupt. Bethany escalated into criminal insanity, vandalism, threatening Maya with death, hiring private investigators, and feeding false media stories about the war on military families. Each move spawned federal obstruction, witness intimidation, and domestic terrorism enhancements, investigations. Carl's city council scandal came to light. His political supporters disappeared, and his empire of development fell. Federal protective details protected Maya, and veteran patrols made Bethany's midnight bullying impossible. Systematic federal recordation made her harassment a national legal cause. Maya found surveillance devices installed on her vehicle, traced to the PR agency Morrison and Associates. FBI counterintelligence intervened. National media reports, congressional hearings, and federal hate crime probes brought the story into 17 states. Maya's documentation techniques were used to create a template for prosecuting organized HOA networks. Military families across the country emerged. And her work made this more than local justice. It became a national precedent. The ultimate confrontation. Maya testified in person at the Willowbrook Estates Community Center, live-streamed over social media. They made up rules, stole money, and orchestrated discrimination campaigns that negated every value this nation holds dear. Federal prosecutors brought overwhelming evidence against Bethany and Carl of conspiracy, theft, civil rights abuses, and obstruction. They were hit with the full weight of federal law. Handcuffs snapped. Justice was done. Bethany drew 8 years in federal prison and $647,000 restitution. Carl received 6 years, lifetime ban from public office, and $3.2 million in community settlements. Maya took office as democratically elected HOA president, installing bylaws that are a national model for military family protection. Willowbrook became a community that honors and defends military families. Veteran Memorial Park is fully built where Bethany's home once stood. The Rodriguez Foundation now helps families across the country. Congressional law now shields military families from HOA discrimination. The Tank Rodriguez Act mandates transparency and criminal sanctions for infractions. Property values increased, and the community evidence that justice pays and ethical leadership lures quality citizens. Maya's activism and federal backing ensure that all military families understand no HOA, no bully, no corrupt official is stronger than the Constitution. Victory feels like freedom, justice, and communities served cold. Share your HOA horror story in the comments. The Rodriguez Foundation offers pro bono legal aid to military families who are discriminated against. Subscribe to more stories of communities fighting back. Smash that like button if you think every veteran should have a place to call home safely. Thanks for watching today's HOA Karen meltdown from all of us here at HOA Stories.